Hey everybody, Dan here for Argo Comics, where we do not just publish independent comics, we support independent comics. This is your Indie Monster Haul with a bunch of indie books for us to take a look at. Not a review video, a haul video, just to show you what I'm picking up, give you some initial thoughts. I'm going to need you to like the video if you can, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. That will give these books more uh, visibility, and it will help uh, the independent comics that you're going to see here, as well as, of course, I do my own Argo comics. So anyone looking to pick up any of those, you'll have the link in the description. I'm going to start off with a little stack of books here I got from Tim Tyler. Okay, one of my favorite creators. Most of his stuff these days coming out through Kickstarter. So Tim Tyler, Tyler. You could look that up on Kickstarter, and you'd be able to find his past publications with Rat House. Okay, way back in the day, he had published through Fathom was his own imprint, not to be confused with Fathom that came later from Image Comics or Top Cow. And Tim had done various work through London Night, believe Avatar, so a number of other companies have published Tim's work wherever I could find it. I was buying it. Um, and these are just some phenomenal comics. I start off here with Engine. Okay, now there was a Engine trade a while back, so this is all new material though, which I was not aware of because I had this trade. It was a kind of martial arts type story. I think it was a blonde-haired and brunette-haired martial artist, uh, and here they probably are right here. Okay. Um, so this is engine number one. Okay, Tim does the entire thing. So everything you're getting here, pencils, inks, lettering, writing, everything's Tim, who really, let's see, there's a cool looking dragon. There we go, we gotta get things into focus here. Okay, Tim's work very, see that expression over there? He's kind of a real master when it comes to just the rendering. Uh, you'll see I have a variant cover here with Tim Vigil, who might have been an influence. Bernie Wrightson was an influence. Tim Vigil, Bernie Wrightson might have been an influence of Tim's. But there's a bit of manga, I'd say, mixed into the stew here that is Tim's art. But perhaps even some ways pacing a layout might be a little 70s Marvel somewhere mixed in there. There's just a lot of ingredients. There should really be a Tim Tyler interview to have him I guess, spell all that out. But nonetheless, and he does his own colors. This book happens to be black and white, but he does color releases as well. Actually, I'll show you his colors on this cover here. Okay, Dead Crew #2, which was a revival of a group of monsters. Okay, they were in the old Fathom line, which that was one of the books that I really loved, and he brought it back. Words and Pictures by Tim Tyler. Okay, and this one we have in color. I always like Tim's vehicles as well. Trying to think which character. He had a character that had a vehicle as an important part of the story. But this is in color and just really fantastic on all fronts. And Dead Crew is kind of like a monster team. A vampire, a werewolf, a Frankenstein, so you'll see those characters. Let me see here, what do we have to show you? Just some really great art all throughout. You know, Tim's going to do a great job with the lettering and the story and the colors. Like I said, all the ingredients are covered here. We have a witch. So, again, you can see on the top there, Rat House Comix publication. And you see Tim also does sometimes like a kind of a chewed up look on the book, like a yeah, the Comics Code Authority. So you got like an aged look sometimes. So you need, though these are brand new books, sometimes they'll give it a pre-aged look, kind of like we see in some of the sneakers these days, where they do a little yellowing of the white parts to give it that aged look. Okay, now we had Grail #3 with a Tim Vigil cover. I mentioned Tim Vigil before, collaborator with Tim Tyler. This is what they're calling these days not safe for work. So I kind of have to. Grail #3. Okay, it's a painting by Tim Vigil, so that's very cool. But there's some adult content on that cover, so couldn't show it in its entirety. Just make sure if I'm showing you this pages that there's nothing too risque, but I mean, my opinion, Tim's, and this is Tim Tyler now doing this story, his inks are kind of second to none. So this is just a phenomenal illustration here that, again, sometimes with the big two, the rate they have to put these books out in, and the I guess page rates that they're paying these days don't usually find themselves with something of this uh, detail and scope. But you can, yeah, jump on Kickstarter and you'd be getting that from these books. We have an engine chapter in this. Okay, so this Grail, again, I mean, double page spread. I mean, magnificent. Let's see. If Grail takes us all the way to the end on this one. Should be probably in the, oh no, we have, I mean, engine, and we have Crypt of Ganthra. That's part 2. So the Grail number 2 probably had Crypt of Ganthra part 1. Okay, so you have 2 covers on this book. One by Tim Vigil, one by Tim Tyler. Let's see. Crypt of Ganthra. Yeah, that's a few pages in the back. And that ends in a cliffhanger as well. And we have a little ad for a future engine, or that's engine 1. But yeah, there's more of that book. Again, this one's black and white. And there's a couple of prints that came with the book. Okay. Velux. Clint Bronson, Amelia Rogers. Not sure that's a future comic story. I mean, that's Tim's art, so, and Hades, or Hades, which Tim has published before. But we do have here Bolt Action number 3. Oh, well, here's Hades and Flux right here. So that's and Ginger Finn all appearing in this. Again, this one's black and white. Tim has a lot of great extras in his campaigns. Both theater, you got kind of a ticket stub here. And let's see. So you got, yeah, Hades, Doc Plague, and Flux trailer all in this issue. And again, you just have this fantastic rendering in inks throughout this book. And yeah, Bolt is an ongoing thing. That Bolt is a movie theater or like a theater from back in the day. So there's Bolt Theater making an appearance. And let me just see this here. yeah, it used to have like a movie usher who would, back in the day, I guess, rip up your ticket and show you even to your seat. So they kind of have a play on that. Those were the hats that they used to wear, little fez type hat. We have even a concession stand ad, which featured Tim's pigs and stubs, or pig and stubs, uh, which he did some a little work with in a book. Or, well, they've made a few appearances here and there. Then we have, oh, this is the second story, Doc Plague, but I just want to, again, make sure that this is all, as they say, safe for work or PG. Yeah. Okay, a little bit more of a Western supernatural. Oh, that's Vlux. It's a Western supernatural. And Hades. So again, I know I have some issues of Hades. So cool to see him still around. Let's see. Yeah, so, I mean, not many artists great at pulling off, I mean, spandex is there for a reason with a lot of comics, because it's hard to draw all the wrinkles and stuff of clothing. But, and you don't always have a lot of artists who are great with rendering, like some are known for more the superhero males, some more females and cheesecake. So to credit to Tim that he's able to tackle both and do so with a lot of skill. Okay, so again, just popping over to, oh, here we go, big ad right there for Rat House. But if you look up Tim's name in Kickstarter, I'm guessing that'll bring you to these as well, or probably Bolt Action. You do a search for that. Any of these ways, you'll probably end up finding Tim. You can, on Kickstarter, hit follow the creator, and then I believe you get notifications when they have new material. Now, much of the rest, or most of the rest, came from Indie Planet. Okay, where, again, that's where I publish my own Argo comics. Indie Planet does have a number of releases pretty much weekly. And I do have Argo 5 number 43 there right now, submitted. It's just taking a while because they do like to put all well, first of all, they have a lot of new releases that are submitted, but then also they like to keep all these new releases on the front page for a little bit, give everyone some exposure. So it just takes a while for your new release to show up. But I will definitely inform everyone when the book is available there. we have from NRG Comics, Zener, Master of the Mind. Okay. Going to go to the credits. I know Alex Stoa has been putting out the NRG Comics. Usually there's going to be a credits, I guess, on the inside cover, but this one blank, so they might not have submitted it this time. But I can see William Blainett and Alex Stoa, okay, two creators who actually wrote some stories for Argo Comics Double Shot. But Alex Stoa started his own NRG Comics. This is issue 0 of Zener, Master of the Mind. And, well, you can see here, oops, let me focus it, that the art and colors and lettering are well done. Let's see, cool looking monster right there. And here we have a little cameo in the form of an ad by Alex's Empress, who's kind of like a environmental heroine who actually had a little appearance in Argo 5, I believe, number 8. I did a bunch of indie guest stars. So yeah, that's very cool to see. Okay, so this is an Indie Planet release, as is Who's Who in the Steel Wolf universe, which is undoubtedly a handbook style book. Yeah, he's actually, Amazona was a public domain character, so as some of us do, he's utilizing public domain. It always adds a little bit, always fun for a creator to throw in a public domain. Here's an original creation though, Cable Strike. So you can see this is a handbook style book, giving you entries into Who's Who in the Steel Wolf universe. Let's see if they're alphabetical. We should have an entry for Steel Wolf himself. Okay, which is Eric's kind of premier superhero in this universe, which is why it's Steel Wolf universe. He is a Russian superhero. Yeah, you can see here, Eric and Bennett, writer, design.